What is going on, everybody? I am back with another video covering the NBA offseason, which feels like there's been a ton of rumors in just the first few days of the true start of the offseason, with the finals ending not too long ago. So before we get into the video, please make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video to push this out to other people and help me grow. Leave a comment down below giving me all your thoughts and opinions on everything. All right, now without further ado, let's get into the video. So today there was news broke that more Kyle Lowry news. It's very new on this channel, not at all. I've made like 4 videos already talking about Kyle Lowry, but I haven't made one in a while since the NBA trade deadline, and now we get more news on Kyle Lowry. So Shams reporting that in this upcoming free agency, Kyle Lowry is expected to be pursued by the teams like the Lakers, the Sixers, the Heat, and the Pelicans and Mavericks. So the Lakers, Sixers, and Heat were all teams that were going after him at the NBA trade deadline this past season. Obviously, none of which got it done because he still stayed on the Raptors for the rest of the season. The Pelicans and Mavericks are new teams, but again, I still stay with my same position that if you can get Kyle Lowry on this team, I think that's a really good fit. The only thing about it is, now that he's a free agent, instead of being on a team and being under contract, it may be a little bit more tough to get him because of the Sixers cap space situation. So you'd probably have to do like a sign and trade sort of thing to get him on the team, unless he wants to take like a major cut in pay of what he's expecting to get. So back when I was making videos for the trade deadline, talking about the potential of the Sixers getting Kyle Lowry, I was saying like you probably throw in a Danny Green because just to match salary, and then you throw in like a young player like Maxey, who at the time hadn't made his like impact quite yet towards the end of the season and the playoffs that we saw him make, and then probably a draft pick. So now that all changes because now the Raptors aren't really in a position of power because he can just leave to whatever team he wants. But if he wants to go to a team like the Sixers, they'll probably be more than willing to help him get that done because of what he's done for that franchise. So I don't exactly know what it would look like to do a sign and trade between the Sixers and Raptors. You might have to include a third team because, again, Danny Green would be a good piece to throw in a potential trade, but he's now a free agent. He's under contract like he was during the season. So the whole thing would just be a little bit more complicated than it would have been if they had made the trade during the regular season. A player you could potentially throw in for a Kyle Lowry signing trade is George Hill, who's under another 1-year contract. This is the last year in his deal where he's making about $10 million this year. So that could be a player you throw on as a cap filler to try to bring in Kyle Lowry in a potential sign and trade. So maybe that would help to simplify things. And maybe you still have to add in other assets to completely match salary, because I think Kyle Lowry wants around $20 million per year on maybe a 2-year deal is what I heard a little bit earlier. But we'll see what the Sixers decide to do. The one thing I don't do from the Sixers is overpay. You can't overpay for Kyle Lowry because he is a 35-year-old. So you have to make sure that you're smart about this, and I'm sure Daryl will be fine because it's Daryl Morey. Or this was what some people were suggesting with the whole Ben Simmons situation going on. They were saying like throw in Ben Simmons and a potential Kyle Lowry deal, but I don't know if that's really worth it because Kyle Lowry is 35 and Ben Simmons is 25. So that's like that's the thing that kind of makes me not want to do that deal. Maybe I don't think Daryl Morey would do that deal either. They're saying they want an all-star caliber player in return, but I think they might make an exception because Lowry is an all-star caliber player, but he's also 35 years old. I don't know if they would want to give up Ben Simmons for that. Maybe they'd have to get multiple other assets in return, but they're saying they don't want like role players and picks. I don't know. It's a whole complicated situation now with the sign and trade, but Daryl Morey could find a way to get it done because Daryl Morey is one of the best GMs in the entire league. I'll just go over what Kyle Lowry would bring to the team. I think he has championship experience. He has tons of playoff experience. He's a good defender. He can score. He can shoot. He can make shots at all 3 levels. He can create his own shot. He can create shots for others. He just does everything on both sides of the floor, and he's a very efficient player. So I think that'd be a really ideal player to get alongside Joel Embiid. And even if Ben Simmons were to stay on the roster, that would be an ideal fit to get with Ben Simmons, because then you could have Ben Simmons play more of a 4 position to move Kyle Lowry to keep him at the point guard, move Ben Simmons off that, and use them in pick and rolls together, and I think that would be really beneficial for both of them. You can do a whole lot. Like, so if you were to keep Ben Simmons on the roster, I think the best possible player you could get that would complement the core of Embiid, Ben, Tobias would be Kyle Lowry, because he would come in and be that point guard that the Sixers need so desperately. But that's just all my thoughts on the Kyle Lowry situation. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please hit the subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Hit the like button, push this video out to other people, and comment down below your thoughts and opinions. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.